Katie Rose Haberman.
Good evening, Council. Knowing that you might not have the time to research the effects of fluoridating chemicals derived from toxic waste, or the numerous countries and communities rejecting the outdated and failed public health catastrophe called water fluoridation, I want to share with you a recent news story out of Israel. The following article is compiled, "Israel to End Water Fluoridation, Groundswell Against Fluoridation Grows." On July 29, 2013, the Supreme Court of Israel ruled that the new regulations required Israel to stop adding fluoride chemicals into the public water supply in 1 year, reports Fluoride Action Network. On November 12 of 2012, a petition was originally submitted demanding that the Ministry of Health order the cessation of fluoridation because it prevents health dangers and its benefits are no longer widely accepted. In 1974, regulation provided legal authorization for communities in Israel to fluoridate water. Since few communities began adding fluoridating chemicals, another regulation was passed in 1998 that mandated fluoridating chemicals for all Israeli communities with more than 5,000 people. In April of 2013, however, the Minister of Health, Yael German, revoked both the 1974 and the 1998 regulations. Quote, "It must be known to you that fluoridation can cause harm to the health of the chronically ill, including people who suffer from thyroid problems," German wrote in a letter addressed to the doctors opposed to ending water fluoridation. The Supreme Court ruled that the ministry's new regulations will not only bring an end to the mandatory fluoridation in Israel in 2014, but it will also put an end to any fluoridation, mandatory or voluntary. A translation of the court's ruling will be submitted for the record tonight. Paul Conant, PhD and director of Fluoride Action Network, says, quote, "Zealous fluoridation promoters try to convince the American public that everybody drinks water fluoridation. But the opposite is true. An overwhelming number of countries do not fluoridate, including 97% of European populations. In fact, over half the people in the world drinking fluoridated water live in the U.S. We are the odd ones out. Fluoridation is an outdated, unscientific, failed public health blunder," says Conant. "What I find remarkable here is that Health Minister German has been able to escape the unscientific belief system on fluoridation that traps so many public health bureaucracies in fluoridated countries. Raleigh began adding fluoride chemicals in 1956, and we want clean water in 2013. Does anybody support that?
Thank you very much. Okay, next we have Marcus Hill.